Martin's shave tests, and it's the 28th of February. It's the last day of February, thank heavens, and it's a Saturday, and I'm going to have a shave, and I'm going to use some old natural Simpsons. This is a Simpsons luxury shaving cream and my usual brush. However, what I'm going to do is also use today one of my, I've only got three, but I'm going to use one of my wonderful, supposedly Spanish, but actually aren't razors. In fact, I'm going to be using the IBERIA SUBCERO. Now, Mr. Bassett, who obviously founded IBERIA, had his blades made in Germany and of the best Swedish steel. And I've got no complaints about that at all. So I thought, let's have a go with this SUBCERO. First of all, this is very smooth. I'm very impressed by this Simpsons. This Simpsons is extremely nice. And I shall quickly get on because I don't want to waste any time today. The sun's come out. Yes, it's England and the sun's come out. Anyway, yeah, got a few things to do. A few things to say, not very many. First of all is, I've only used this razor twice. I bought it in 2024. It is an absolutely genuine sleeper. Very few of those about. It comes with a wonderful case. There's the guarantee paper. It's even got the oil-proof, waterproof paper that it came in. And as I say, it says IBERIA SUBCERO 30 years experience in the production of the German mills at Solingen-Oerligs entitles us to guarantee the quality and perfection of this razor. Yeah, they're right. It is a wonderful piece of steel. It is a wonderful razor. I've only got three. So let's see. There she is. Absolutely beautiful piece of steel with a lovely 14, which of course it is a 14, IBERIA SUBCERO stamped on it. Not particularly well stamped, but pretty good. Anyway, let's give this a quick shave. We'll see what happens. Because it hasn't been used in a year, it was only used once before, the unusual thing with this razor is I actually used the original factory edge. This is the factory edge. And all I did was drop it. So it must be, when this was made, they were very confident in putting factory edges on. Yeah, even on heavy stubble. And this is quite heavy. About 4 days. Yeah, it's carving away quite nicely. Bruises on hand through too much slinging. I think I caught myself on something. Can't remember. This is impressive. I'm deeply in love with IBERIA. They really did make fantastic steel razors. Yeah. Is it any better than the last one? No. The only thing I would say is it's very rare, extremely rare, to find a factory edge. And this is a NOS, this is new old stock. To find a factory edge that works, all I've done is drop it. Yeah. Superb. First pass done. I go for a second pass and I call that a day. I was lucky yesterday. I decided on a hunch to take a sling from my good friend Rajek Seeley, a Czech gentleman who makes wonderful, 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 wonderful slings. Anyway, took it down to the river and with a golf ball. And I managed to get a direct hit on the boathouse, other side of the river, which I've been trying to do for ages. which just goes to prove if you practice and you're consistent with your practice, you'd be good at straight razor shaving and slinging. So my accuracy's not great. However, enthusiasm overcomes most things. I've got to say, big razors, big 14s are good by any make. Yeah, this is a very nice, very rare piece of steel. I know I don't want to bore you guys, I won't be long now. It's just that, as I've said many times before, you might not be able to afford a Ferrari, particularly a vintage one. Whereas a vintage straight razor from the classic period, like this, probably 1980s, I'm guessing, might be 1970s. But you're talking about new old stock when you can get your hands on one. Just the case, the paper, the guarantee is worth it. However, I think that's me done. Nothing much to add, other than this has been, and still is, a very nasty winter. I do hate winter. I see people gambling around in the snow, having a wonderful time, and I think, no, you're welcome. Not for me, mate. Not for me. Anyway, let's just wipe the surplus suds of this beautiful beast. Don't forget my favourite trick, which is, even though I don't believe in immersing a razor in the sink, but just in case, always use something like this, the dear old pipe cleaner, which you get right in the scales, and you can then put your loved beautiful razor away. So right, that's it. I'm going to have a quick wash off and a splash and call it a day. So yeah, this particular Simpson's luxury shaving cream really is amazing. And just look, that's frothy, thick, but still velvety smooth. So it's very old. It was again a very kind sample gift, and it's lost its aroma if it ever had any. And I'm getting old and I can't smell like I used to. However, yep, that'll do for me. I will do my usual splash, but this time I'll give you some cello. Good stuff. My favourite is still The Simpsons, but still. Let's try a little bit of this nice cello. A little bit more stingy than my old favourite, which is this one, which is of course the Kaizen. Kaizen is just less stingy and more scented. However, who cares? I'll try and add to the end of this sort of brief video my success from yesterday. 10 seconds, if you can spare me 10 seconds. If I can add it, because I'm not very technical, right at the very end, I'll try and add my slinging achievement. Anyway, cheers. How about that? Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Martin Shave Tests. Over and out.